Hey everyone, in this video we're going to learn about how to make use of OpenAlgo MCP Server directly, how we can integrate with Claude AI Desktop. So there are three major requirements over here. Number one, OpenAlgo should be running, and number two, you should have Node.js installed in your system. You can go and check it out by going to command prompt. Just type for node hyphen version, and you should be able to get the node. If you don't have node, ensure that you go to Node.js download, and then from there you can go and download the Node.js from here. Like whatever the OS which is supporting, you can go and download it from here. And the last and final one is nothing but the Claude. So in my case, I had already configured Claude, right? So you can able to see that the OpenAlgo is already there with 24 different functions. You can also go back and check all the list of functions which are supported by OpenAlgo. So if you haven't done, you have to go and configure it as per the instruction from the documentation. I'll also give the link down below the comment section. So if you go to the settings, from here you can go to the developer. So ensure that the configuration is done, the OpenAlgo configuration is done, and if in case edit configuration, go and edit the configuration instruction as per the documentation. You have to configure the virtual environment path where your Python code is running, and you have to configure your MCP server path where your OpenAlgo MCP server is running, and your OpenAlgo API key, and also your OpenAlgo host URL. So once these configurations are done, right now, let's go to the chat section over here, and then we'll start with, let's say I want to get the codes for Reliance. So codes for Reliance, and that should be getting me the codes of Reliance. Not only that, you can also access all the API functionalities of OpenAlgo, right? So as you can see that it is fetching the codes of Reliance. If in case we want to know what are the list of functionalities which are supported by the OpenAlgo MCPs, you can go to the search tools, and from here you can go and check the list of functions. So all the API functions are supported over here, right? From placing order, modifying order, cancelling order, sending a split order, basket order, right? You can get the order status, holdings. Let's say I want to get the holdings here. So get the holdings. So that's what I want to say here. It's automatically gonna trigger the holdings, and it should be fetching the holdings for me. So it's fetching the holdings, and I can also able to say like I want to get the historical data for the last 10 days of let's say Reliance in table format. So that should be fetching the last 10 days of Reliance data in a table format. Of course, first time any function is going to invoke, I should give allow always, or maybe allow once. It's up to you how you want to give access to the AI tools. So you see that it's fetching the last 10 days of Reliance data. Later on you can use it for plotting the data as well. And let's try on something like a complex query over here. I'm gonna say like get the nifty future symbol, right? That's what I'm gonna say here. I don't know what is a nifty future symbol. I just want to search it out. So it should trigger the search of nifty future. You can see that it's triggering the nifty FUT, and it is trying to get me the nifty future symbol. So these are like OpenAlgo future symbols. I can also ask for like list of option expiry date for Nifty, and that should be getting me the option expiry dates, right? So basically that we have an OpenAlgo API for triggering the expiry date to get the list of expiry date for futures and options. So that way you can able to get that. And not only that, maybe you can get the order book. Let's say list the order book in table format. So I'll be able to place the orders as well. Not only that, I can also get the order book. I can place the orders. So once we're done with the order book, right, I'll show you how to place orders as well. So you can see that it's fetching you the order book as well. And I'm gonna say like I want to place an order, like a place 10 quantity of nhpc, in MIS. That's what I want to place. I haven't sent whether buy or sell, so whenever I don't say buy or sell, automatically it's gonna say buy. It's gonna trigger a buy over here, as you can see that, and the order is getting triggered, which I can able to see it. You can see I'm also getting an order confirmation as well. I'm gonna trigger one more order. Let's say buy 20 quantity of State Bank of India, right? That's what I have to say here. 20 quantity of SBN. It's gonna send me the 20 quantity of SBN over here, and the execution is exactly happening in OpenAlgo. So you can go back and check out in OpenAlgo that both the status are in open state. Now what I'm gonna do is, like, I'm also gonna say, like, I want to cancel these pending orders. So I'm gonna say, like, cancel all orders. So in one shot, it's gonna cancel all the orders. Not only that, I can also square off my orders, and I can modify orders. So a lot of possibilities, the endless possibilities is what that you can get over here, right? And yeah, so it's canceling the pending orders. As you can see, like, it canceled those pending orders over here, and which means if I go here, all the orders has been completely got cancelled. So not just that, you can also build some sort of an let's say I want to build an option symbols. So I'm gonna say, like, get the Nifty spot data from NSE underscore index. So it's just supposed to get the data from the NSE index. So exchange is NSE underscore index and symbol is Nifty. If you're gonna trigger that, it's get the Nifty data. So once the Nifty data is done, then I'm gonna ask for an, like, get the, let's say, like, ATM option strike price for C and B, and calculate the combined premium. So I'm just trying to give an slightly a complex instructions over here. So basically it should figure out what symbol it is. So first it is searching for the symbol for Nifty 2500 CE. Maybe I should have set the expiry date. So since I don't set the expiry date, it's trying to take the recent expiry, Nifty 17 July, which is able to figure out from the searching instrument. It is able to search through the instrument, and it's able to search through the recent expiry, and it is getting the code for ATM. So it's able to calculate the ATM options for Nifty, which is like 2500 call option, and now we can see that it's able to figure out the 25,100 call option and put option. So that way it is pretty easy. It's also able to bring the OI, volume, bid and ask, LTP and everything, right? And maybe you can also ask more relevant questions. So that way OpenAlgo MCP is it's worth playing. Let me know in comments, like, how your experience goes through when you tried OpenAlgo MCP. Maybe I will try to do more tutorials on MCP so that you'll get a fair idea about how to make use of the MCPs. And if in case you are very new to OpenAlgo or OpenAlgo MCP integration, always the documentation is the first place. So the MCP contains all the instructions for how to configure in Windows, how to configure in Mac, how to configure in Linux, and all those instructions are available over here, and list of functionalities which are supported by OpenAlgo, right? And so thank you once again for coming and seeing this video, and see you in yet another video. Thank you. Bye bye.